Well, tonight we return to 2 Kings, kind of in the middle of the story of Athaliah and King Joash. So 2 Kings chapter 11, we'll be looking at verses 13 through 20. Remember the context here. The first part of this chapter, we looked at the preservation of the promise of the line of David by preserving the life of young Joash when he's 1 year old, during Athaliah's murderous rampage against the royal line after her son King Ahaziah had died. You know, what an awful regime. Athaliah was such a wicked ruler. But when an awful regime falls, like Athaliah's is doing in this chapter, what or who will take its place? Follow along as I read, picking up verse 13. They have just placed Joash in the temple as the king, and they have clapped their hands and said, "Long live the king." And here is the next verse. When Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and of the people, she went into the house of the Lord to the people. And when she looked, there was the king standing by the pillar, according to the custom, and the captains and the trumpeters beside the king, and all the people of the land rejoicing and blowing trumpets. And Athaliah tore her clothes and cried, "Treason! Treason!" Then Jehoiada the priest commanded the captains who were set over the army, "Bring her out between the ranks and put to death with the sword anyone who follows her." For the priest said, "Let her not be put to death in the house of the Lord." So they laid hands on her, and she went through the horses' entrance to the king's house.